Okay, hello. Today we are working on a new unit called quadratic equations. We studied functions before, but today it's quadratic equations. So please go to the assignment, April 30th, and we're going to be writing expressions from factored to standard form. Okay, so when you click on that, as always, remember that here's the assignment. You already have it, but make sure you download it. Here's the video you're watching right now. Okay. Here's the document for translation. So if you need a translation, make sure you click on this, open it up so you can do the translation. Okay. Okay. So first one is this. So if you please go ahead and read the title and read the directions. Okay. Oops, there we go. And also make sure you read this, the area of the triangle. Make sure you get the translation. Go to the document to get the translation. Okay. Okay, so the first thing is we have what is the area of a rectangle, okay? So if we're looking for the area, remember that area is always going to be area equals base times height, okay? So the base is either going to be the bottom like this, how long is that from there to there, or the top. Remember the top, this one and this one are the same, okay? Just like 4, so if this is 12, then the bottom is also 12. And this same here, the height is the same as the height over here, so this is also 4. So, but remember, so the area is base times height. So the area in this case is going to be, the base is 12. So area, I'll put A for area equals 12 times the height, which is 4. So that equals 48, okay? So the answer is 48, okay? So that's how you do problem number 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the height, or we're going to get this one. So please go ahead and read this and translate it. We're still going to get the area, but we're going to get an expression. Here we have numbers, right? So we can get one number as the answer. But here we have an x, so we have to come up with an expression. So make sure you understand what that word means. An expression is something with a variable, okay? Because there's something we don't know. We don't know what x is. What is x? We don't know, but we can still come up with an expression, okay? And factored form means some kind of parentheses where you get something times something, okay? So again, we're still doing base times height, area equals base times height, right? So what is the base? The base is either the bottom or the top. So the top is this, but when you have something like this, you got x's from here to here. We don't know what it is, and 11 is the rest of it, right? So we have to go, you can put a plus there, and it's together. So that would be the base. So that means the area equals the base, which is x plus 11, times the height. So the height, we have the number for the whole height. There's just one part, times 6. So that's it, okay? So that's the answer. Now, which one of these matches? Well, here, all this has 6. I have a 6 times this. So this looks close, but it's a different order, right? But that's okay. It's just like this. If I have 2 times 3, multiplication, it's the same as 3 times 2. Order doesn't matter. So this and this are the same because it has a 6. It has a 6 multiplied by this, which is this. So A is the correct answer on that. Okay? So now we come to number 3. Now we're going to try to do it in standard form, okay? So we're going to do an expression for the area in standard, okay? So first we have to get the area in factored form. So we just like this problem over here, same thing. We go area equals base times height. Well, the base is x plus 12, right? And the height, I like to put that here, is 4. But this does not look like that. Why? Because we need to multiply this times this. So we can do 4 times x is 4x. Or if you want, you can put it in here. X for this one times this one is 4x. And then we do this one over here, right? What's the area of that? Well, that's going to be, this is 12, right? From here to here, just like from here to here is 12. And this 4 is the same over here, right? So this 4 times this 12 is going to be 48, okay? So then we'd say, well, these two together are going to be the answer. So if I come back down to this, I say, well, that's the same, 4 times x, and then 4 times 12 plus 48, okay? So that's going to be A. Okay, so now we have something like this, the area of the following rectangle. Now we still have numbers, but now we have 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have this number here. So the number here refers to the distance from here to here, and this one is from here to here. This 4 is from here to here, and this is 8 from here to here. Now there's 2 ways to do this, okay? One, I figure out the area of this one, and then add it to the area of this one. So for example, what is the area of this? Well, 4, base is 4, times height is 4. 4 times 4 is 16, okay? Over here, this one, 4, and remember, this number is the same as this number. That's the same, right? 4 times 4, also 16. And then I do this one, 4, from the same number here, right? And then this is 8, 32. And then the 8, same over here. And this is 4, same here. So 8 times 4, 32. And then I add these all up. So 16 plus 16 plus 32 plus 32 equals 96. Okay? But another way, faster, is to go like this. So I know that this is 4, right? And this is 4. So if I go 4 plus 4 together, it is 8. So this one here is equal to 8, right? From here to here, that's 8. From here to here, it's 4 plus 8, which is 12. So this 8 there and this 12 there, I can go 8 times 12 also equals 96, so faster, okay? But that's if I have all numbers, okay? Great. So the next one I have is this one here. Say we have 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, but this one has variables. So we do it factored. Remember, factored is always parentheses, okay? Multiplication times that. This multiplied by that. So we want something with parentheses. Now, easier when you have factored, it's easier just to go take this x plus 11, x plus 8, because the distance here is that, like that. And then we can go x plus 11, and then, which is this, and then this one, x plus 8. So we want x plus 11, x plus 8. No, that does not have the parentheses. X plus 19, no. X plus 11, yes. But we need x plus 8, not that. So that's gone. So x plus 8, yes. X plus 11, yes. So that one's D, okay? Okay, now we're going to do something a little bit more advanced. Here we have 5x, 3x, still the same, factored. So we're going to do parentheses. So we're going to do 5, put plus between those. 5x plus 9. And here, 3x plus 4. And that's it. So 3x plus 4, yes. 5x plus 9, yes. This has 5x plus 9, but not 12x. Remember, this is plus. This one would be multiplication. It's not 3 times 4 to get 12. It's 3 plus 4. And that, you cannot combine those, so that's 3x plus 4. Okay? Okay, now we're going to do standard form. Standard form. This one, no parentheses. Okay, no parentheses. We're just going to have it. So how do we do standard form? Well, easier to do standard form to get, instead of going x plus 9, we're just going to find the area of this, each piece, part 1. So this is 5 times x, 5 multiplication, that's 5x, not 5 plus x. When you find the area, it's always multiplication. Remember, area equals base times height, always multiplication. And then we need to find the area of this one. So the base is 9, right? And the height, what is that? What is that? Same as that, right? Height, up and down, up and down. So 9 times 5, 45. Okay, once you get the area of this, you add it to the area of the other part. So 5x plus 45. Okay, so now let's see if we get something that has 4 pieces, okay? So we still do the same, each piece. So x, we do this first piece, x times x is x. Remember, that's x squared. So always x times x equals x squared. If I have 3, 1, 2, 3, that's x3. So we're multiplying, so it's x squared. Then we're going to do this one, same as this, right? X times this, 8, 8x. Then we do this one, 5 times this, same as that, x, 5x. Okay, and then we do this one, same as this, so that's 8, and this 5, same over here. Multiplication 40, okay, good. But now we need to put them together to make it look like one of these. So you always start with the square, so it's always going to be x squared first, and then you need to put the x's together, okay? So here you're going to have to go 5x plus 8x. So you put those together equals 13x, okay? So plus 13x. Because you add once you get the areas total for each area, you add them. And then we have this one, so plus 40, okay? So that's going to be this. Okay. Okay, so number 9, same process, standard. So we're going to find each piece. So we do this one, 4x times 3x. That is 12, but not just x, 12x squared. Because remember, it's 3x times 4x. Those two multiply 12, then they multiply x squared, okay? Then this one over here is 9, and this 3x is over here, so 27x. 5 here, 4x is the same down here, right? Same. So that's 20x. And then 9 times 5, 9, and then 5 here, 9 times 5, 45, okay? So we get 12x. Oh, by the way, this should be squared, sorry. That should be squared, 12x squared. And then now we add these together, plus. So 20 plus 27 is 47x, and then plus the 45, okay? So that's going to be this one here, okay? So now, okay, questions 10 through 12, the same type of thing. Again, standard form, so we're going to figure out the area. I already did it for you, x times x. So I already did all these together. Now we're going to put it together, right? So x squared, and these two together are plus 24x plus 128. So what it's saying is the standard form of that is like this. So the a is going to be this one, b is this one, c is that one. What is the a? It's multiplied by the x squared. So in this case, we just have x squared. So if there's nothing there, it's like a 1. Nothing is 1. So you put 1 there. So that means that's 1. B is multiplied by the x, so that's 24. So that's 24. C, 128. So B is here. Okay. One more practice, 13 through 15, standard form again. So 5x times 2x, 10x squared, right? 8 times 2x, 16x. 20x, 5x times 4, 8 times 4, 32. So 10x squared, add these, plus 36x, plus 32. So remember, the a should be ax squared. Would be this, by the way, write that in. That's x squared. So I made a mistake, but that's a 10. That's the a, right? 10, 36 is the b next to the x, and then 32. So the b, 36. And that's how you do it. So now you're able to do. Okay, so now the rest of the assignment is going to be the same types of questions. So make sure you just do these and then enter your answers into Canvas.